Everybody, new day on our 66 Impala here. So last we left, we were doing all the touch-up welding and stuff like that. Still got a spot here to deal with, just up underneath this lip. You see that there, but anyway. So just underneath the bumper filler here, and so we just got to get a piece cut in here. Got a little bit more touch-up to do on this side, like in this spot right here. But yeah, it shouldn't take too much to do. And kind of on the back side here, gotta touch up right up in here. And then on this other spot in here, just gotta clean this up a bit and get that kind of straightened out. Get a touch of weld up in there. Can't really see too much of it in the back. That's kind of where that one spot is there. But we gotta add the metal in. And then there's that spot. The other spot there was a point at. So we'll see about getting some straightening done there and get a little touch of weld. So yeah, here we go. You can see that now. Be able to straighten that out there afterwards. Just need a bit of extra room there. Hammer and dolly will straighten this out later on. There we go. Expose that nicely. First, get rid of some of this stuff that's under here. Probably seen these pads on numerous videos and stuff. These Husky pads, they work very well for saving the knees, especially for us older fellas. For us older fellas, again, get these. You can get these prescription safety glasses. These are just reader glasses, basically. Got these off of Amazon. You can get 2 pair for like $40. These Protect X ones, and they work pretty damn good. In fact, I find these work even better than my prescription reading glasses that I had to get. But yeah, these work really well. at some point. Show you here a bit. So a little bit of brass rod was used to put some stuff together, I guess, right in there. I'm not sure if that's factory or not, but anyway, won't hinder what we're doing for this little piece. What should be able to do is get this piece kind of welded in, just kind of welded in here. Do a little bit of fancy grinding just in this spot here, but by the time we're done, you're not going to be able to see it anyway, so that should work out too bad. Too bad in there now. It's like our buddy Blair says when you're doing grinding and that, the idea is to grind just the weld and not too much of the parent metal. But, at least under here, once we got this done, straighten this out, this part won't even be seen anyways. But one tool I do need to get, and I saw Blair with it, is it's basically a belt sander, but it's a thin thing about. It's got a belt piece on it about that long, and it'll come in very handy for little spots like this in here. So I got to get one of those. Yeah, just gonna do a little bit of filling in right in here now. I can see right into the car there. Okay. Nope. There. So looking not too bad. Relatively closed up. So now we gotta go around the back there. Do a little work on the back. So I'll show you here. Alright, so there we go on the back there, looking pretty good. So just gotta put a little spot weld right there, and maybe just one tucked right up in here. That should do, and then we'll take care of that little bit of nastiness there. So okay, so there's the hole we're trying to fill in, and here's the little piece. Say it's not the easiest spot to get into, and I'm sure guys have got some other ideas probably what I can do here, but anyway, basically it's just a little S-curved piece. I'm just gonna get her up in there and tap it in, and yeah, we'll just use that as a filler piece just to fill that in there. So yeah, there we go. Alright, well, not the prettiest job, but it's definitely filled it in, and at this point, like I say, we're gonna be covering all of this over with doing a new undercoat and everything. Make sure she's all completely sealed up and that. So then there's a couple of spot welds back in there. I can still do a little bit of cleanup in here, but I'm definitely going to have to get a new tool for that one. That little belt sander I was mentioning. But yeah, that's kind of got this pretty much bundled up here, I think. So yeah, on to the next piece.